Yeah, co party na. Yeah, co. Yeah, co party. We go to these parties, and how the parties come about, we don't know. Yeah, the answer say we have gone to sit at the party or the event, and then we come home and come and judge and say, yeah, say it was not late. Oh, this wedding, the decor was not nice. Oh, the food. We don't have any idea. We don't know anything that goes into these events. Yet because Sako dear show, we go to all these events and we come. I am guilty. We come and sit here and say, comparing to the Beyonce show, we are doing comedy. Like we don't have anything. We don't know anything. It's like you not knowing how to play football. Only bobo. So yeah, bobo na jina kwa yeah. He should have kicked the ball like this. Wasn't going this way. Wouldn't me yet. So today, all the party after the party that has been happening, all the events that has gone haywire on the internet, and events na yehu social media na ye yam shishi no events no ye de event organizer baako abetina ye ni we enye e Ghana game where import no, this is an imported commodity and na ye no e ba betwetwe nkomo. And if you just tune it as usual, is your girl Abena Moet na just go bucha me pussy give me salary get to us we Swiss kanka as bon. And you know, as always, I'm here to take you home. And to know, so who tear me and let's say you're about to have a wedding, you've already had it. You want to venture into the events business. Please, we better say open your ears. Who are the ideas soon be a fee? Let's hear me. Asaga. Hey, I'm crashing me. Hey. Now me see and that I was see your quantity and there you need more. I'm about to mention your name. I am about to mention your name. And there is a high probability I'll probably bite my tongue or I'll murder the name. So please, after I've mentioned this,
I'll help you.
Then you correct me. Now, yesterday, today I went on a social media page and I actually listened to how she mentions the name like 5 times. I think I listened to. I went on a page in the morning around 10. So it's 4 o'clock now and I forgot. But when I was in the car coming to work today, I was just memorizing your name. So
I'll help you.
Mosumola Nicole Akinwamide.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring it.
Okay. Good job. I have been colonized. Me have been colonized before. It's me ala. Obiani himself mid-year. Alas afford there. Me drink one more angas. Yes. So and then you know Mosumola Nicole Akinwamide and a better chunkomo. Or your production manager. Emma the biggest award ceremony in Africa, AMVCA. Wow, we need me AMVCA and Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards. Me trending stories whenever the events comes on we sit here and talk about it, like the way the red carpet is laid, the way they dress and all of that. You can't win ask him. She's actually the production manager for AMVCA. Or sounds like your concert production for Maybe Records. Most of their A-list artists. Johnny Dew, what name Johnny Dew? How are you, my friend? Oh, it was my favorite song. How do you do, my friend? And Lapido. I think what you were overloading. I'll be overloaded. Once I Maybe Records, no, I stand Crawford. Group, no. Yes. Or yeah. Concert production Edema and Dija too was part of the friend is saying the Navy Record signees on one Tiwa Savage ne the Prince any Corredo Bellum on your money but no why lenge on a Dija no she Mosumila Waya Juma was also up planning the wedding of 5 sitting governors or children in Nigeria. We all know that in Nigeria, the governors, they are on a league of their own. When they have those ceremonies, it is ridiculous. They bring the internet for days. One of who's a night Instagram I know you're not getting most of what I'm saying, but don't worry.
No, actually, I am actually.
Oh, we're not selling you.
No. I have an idea.
And now same will be the Game of Thrones themed wedding was social media and it went haywire. She actually did that event. Into she has, she has done a lot. So if you are listening today, me the pastor, you would actually open your mind and listen, because this one is a professional. This one is from the top. I hope you all are ready. So, Madame Mosum, welcome.
Thank you.
You're very beautiful, by the way.
Thank you so much.
So somebody will ask, what are you doing here? Nigeria, you play over 160 million. We Ghana, Tintini, we are just 30 million. Tintini, Ghana. What are you doing in this Tintini country?
Anyway, so I was here for my Pan-African Masterclass tour that just concluded a few days ago. And it's a Pan-African tour that I have done across 7 different countries.
Wow.
So Sierra Leone, Uganda, Cameroon, supposed Kenya, of course Ghana, Ivory Coast, of course Lagos as well. And I have been on that Pan-African tour for the last 2 months.
Wow.
And Ghana happens to be one of the leg of that tour. And I just finished that tour now, and then of course I'm expected to be home in a couple of days. But I'm enjoying Ghana.
So you've been going around for 2 months.
Yes.
Left your country.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Somebody would ask, what prompted it? We have a lot of event organizers. What would make someone wake up one morning and say, I want to teach my talent to the whole of Africa? What prompted it?
Well, because I feel like Africa is currently playing in an educational deficit place in the world, where
the best
you can see
station
the
in the
knowledge
capital.
gap in the way that we do things, in the ways that we approach it. Now, speaking specifically to events, in the way that we approach events, in the ways that we produce events. And I find that we're oftentimes trying to do events like the modern world, and there's nothing wrong with that. They can teach you the principle, the techniques, and all of those things, but they can't teach you the way of how we do things as Africans.
Yeah,
they
how
can
it be relatable.
Do you understand? They can almost never teach that. And for me, that continues to plague the industry across board in Africa. And so when you're talking about the events industry in Africa, first of all, on the continent, you're going to be talking about Nigeria first. And then, because that's the most evolving events market in the world, to be honest.
Really?
Oh, to be
Don't
honest,
you think
yes.
it's just because you guys are just too many?
No, well, numbers also play a very major key. There's
Yeah.
that, but there's also the evolution of the industry and what sustains that industry. Like I mentioned earlier to one of my friends when I was talking to her yesterday, our culture largely plays a major role in that volume, in that number, and in that evolution. So it doesn't mean that Ghana is not as well, but if you look at the numbers, Nigeria is sitting very, very well on that map. And of course, you have South Africa and then you have Ghana. But you see, after those 3 countries, then the question is, there are no other countries anymore. It's like, after that, there's nothing else. But we cannot continue to stay in a continent or in an ecosystem in silo where we just keep doing local champion and so we're good. And in an actual sense, what we're doing
it's not going anywhere.
It doesn't even measure up to par in any standard in the world. And so for me, I have done this for 15 years. And having, done business, I have seen business owners who have come up 2-3 years down the line, their business crashes. You don't see them anymore. It fizzles out. So for you that have run a business for 15 years, it must be something that that those people who have run business for 2-3 years are struggling with. I don't know. And so what I wanted to do was educate Africa with that knowledge, with that wholesome level of empowerment, and then see how we can slowly start to bridge the educational gap. Do you understand? Because I feel like when we're saying that people are educated, essentially we're saying they can read, they can write, they can properly think, critical thinking, strategic thinking, and most importantly, they can communicate what they know and communicate their idea. But you find that on that last strata is where you don't find Africa. Communicate the idea, it's almost fallible. It's almost non-existent.
Yes.
And so when I say educate Africa, that's really what I'm speaking to, in the sense where I can get them to communicate their ideas, to be able to execute those ideas in the most flawless way possible. But we've gone from educating Africa now to empowering Africa, and I'm very excited about that.
Okay, so you said you've been in this business for 15 years.
15 years.
looking at you, you don't look a day over 35. No, even 30.
No, that is a lot. You're giving me so much credit for 30 because somebody said to me yesterday, Gen Z, and I was like,
yes.
With a Gen Z?
You know, because I have seen your photos and then seen how you talk, then I could tell that you're a bit matured.
Oh, yeah.
But looking at you, you don't look a day over 30. Okay,
I look like I'm in my 20s.
Yes, so if you've started this business for 15 years now, how old were you?
I'm almost 40. Very close to
your life.
Yeah, everybody says this all, and I'm like,
you're
I
almost
need to start
40
wearing
years.
a t-shirt now that says, "So guys, I am not a Gen Z."
You're almost 40 years.
I am not a Gen Z. I'm a millennial.
I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a millennial.
I need to start wearing a t-shirt that says that. But yeah, we're looking at 40 right in front of us there. So it's no longer fine.
Okay, so that means you could say you started this business in like your early 20s.
Oh yes.
So what motivated you? Because you sound very educated, not in this field. Like you sound like you've gone to school and all that.
Oh, actually, because I like to read a little bit of everything. And I'm one of those people that believe
the jack of all trades kind of person.
I just believe that know something about everything in the world. So it's not just event planning that I'm passionate about. I'm also very passionate about business as well. But in terms of what inspired me to do this, first of all, I say this story all the time. It was my elder sister's wedding. My stepsister was getting married, and then I was involved in the wedding. I was involved in the wedding from the errand point of view as the last child of the family. Go and do this, go and do that. And before you know it, I realized that this is something that I like. And I decided to pursue it. But of course, 15 years ago, there was null and void of an industry in wedding industry or event industry in Nigeria. And it was almost nothing. And obviously from there, I realized that this might be something that I want to give a shot. And I have given it a shot. And since then, I haven't looked back. So that was the beginning for me. But what inspires me all the time is just knowing that I can help people see differently. I can help people see the world differently with the different expressions of work that I have done over the last couple of years. So for me, that is the inspiration. That is one of my whys, and just being able to inspire people, being able to get people to do things a lot better than they always do, always continues to fuel my passion.
So most of the time in Ghana, for instance, the event organizers, the ones that do the shows for the celebrities, usually do not do weddings. It's like two different genres.
Worlds.
Exactly. Because the decor for weddings
in the capital,
completely different from that of event.
Yeah.
So what made you, and especially a woman, usually these jobs in Ghana, they are mostly done by men because of the lightning and
I've noticed.
So, what made you move from your sister's wedding to now come and do all
productions?
Yes. What?
So for me at IPC events, we decided to do weddings and consistently so for over a decade, and we did wedding for 10 years. And it was until 10 years after we decided that we're going to take other events, because what I find is that as well as what they tell other entrepreneurs, they tell you do everything and then keep doing everything. But I don't believe in that. I believe in channel energy, right? I believe in doing one thing and doing it so well in such a way that once you have built social capital in that one thing, then you can spread into other things. So for us at IPC events, I wanted to make sure that we grow as organically as possible, but with a lot of stability within that frame of 10 years. And once we did that, we have grown that capacity, know-how and everything. The next thing we now decided to do was to say, you know what, we can flex our muscles now. We can flex now that we have built, a very solid brand after 10 years. Then we can try everything else. But what also helped transitioning easy for me, because a lot of planners, like you rightly said, they do weddings, but it's hard for them to transition into production. Production will completely knock you off the park. I promise you, it's very tough. You have to be very detailed. You have to see things that people don't see. Just one mistake that you make on production, you can ruin the entire thing. And so that entire transition of knowing what light is, how does light work with sound, how does sound work with rhythm, all this kind of thing takes a lot of work. And so for me, because the scale at which I do weddings, at the time when I was doing only weddings, we were doing it almost at the scale of production level.
Oh, that large weddings.
It was large wedding. I'm talking 3,000
children. Okay.
4,000 guests.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of level of production, that kind of level scale of event, it wasn't so difficult to transition into production. But not just even production, but concert planning, which is a whole different kettle of fish. To be able to plan concerts, you need some certain level of skill set that regular event planners do not have. And I've had to, pay attention to that. I've had to learn. I've had to grow into that industry now, and in such a way that we now plan events for all the A-list artists, most of the A-list artists in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So for me, that transition is because I already understood that from the wedding point, and I stayed building and honing our skills and getting better at that in such a way that when we now decided to transition, we already knew what we were doing. So it wasn't trial and error.
Please, I have to translate everything you said because there's a local stage. But so I feel na we tune in make start me see any mosomola Nicole Akinwa Mide na twetwe komo na oye large event planner ewo Nigeria AMVCA awards ewo Nigeria or your production manager or sound so your concert production Emma Mavins Records you don't jazz the record label no most of the artists now are signing omo ye event ha ono ene organize 5 Nigerian governors omo ma weddings ono an ye I mean, in the come say na about utie na no bro for to say about wako school onimade na nka obi a wako school onimade de nka beka so I want to be a lawyer na banker na de na beba ama waka say opese we event organizer na waka say oni sister panyin wedding na ono na ye ka chire nti asa ye somasoma no koye we bra oye wedding no hu we no hu say our interest our events organizing nti free ni sister wedding and na o start say oye event organizing na me bisa ne say na usually Ghana has in komo mo ye wedding de komo ni omo a omo ye sakode mu events no ni VGM no komo mo nyepe the ban say no no de opese oji wedding fo sika kaka mo abeji events sika kaka na o ka say ono no won say na ye ka no kra Nigeria for mo dooso ntino oye weddings I told you be o weddings man nipa over 3,000 4,000 enti say to me ye ma large number of people say ya venturing into events no you're quite easy cause 1 hour starting your production on a larger scale. Until if you na say who say but your weddings no quite 10 years. Until 10 years or making sure say on master weddings 10 good years and sana oka say after this is here be your buten team our wedding until I mean for events and come wan koka say me show me sister we are why be na we you ma be na why me mean and okoyi be there be otwen before she ventured into events. So now let's continue, Mosu. I mean, your CV is very attractive. Like your CV could take you places. Your bio is mwah.
Thank you.
I mean, Nigeria is big. And most of these A-list artists, I mean, there are people from long time ago in Bethlehem who are doing these events before you came. I mean, in the industry, we could say you were a baby because when the band and Wandiko was with Don Jazzy Dems, I bet there were other people doing their events for them. So how were you able to just crawl or wiggle your way to be able to get all these A-list artists to give you their events?
If I'm being honest with you, I think I would say, first of all, is from competence. People don't give you people events on sentiment, especially not at that scale. Because if you embarrass them, if there's even a chance that you can embarrass them, they're not going to even bring you on board the project. So I think it wasn't sentiment, it wasn't freebie, or it wasn't a favor. For me, first, the tradable currency for that to happen was first competence, right? And then the next thing outside of competence was, of course, relationship. I find that a lot of event planners also would focus more on competence level, and then there's that. Anyway, who will hire me? But the world that we live in is also a world of relationships. So for me, yes, there was competence. The next part of that for me was now then relationships. So it was also a function of who you knew, and then do they even know you? Because you can be winking in the dark and saying, "No, I'm the best event planner that there ever was in the whole of Africa," but nobody knows you, right? So for me, it was a combination or a recipe of competence and, of course, relationship, being able to manage relationship. And the honest truth is, for any planner that needs to go far in this life, they have to respect relationship. They have to know how to nurture relationship, how to give into that relationship, and how, and I think the next part would then be how to listen. Because for you to consistently work with these guys, they feel like you're listening to them. They feel like if I tell M&A that I want this thing done, she's going to jump on board and get it done. And it will not be sentiment, she'll do the work. So there's the place of competence, there's the place of relationship, but the balance of that I would say is listening. Your ability to know how to listen to people when they tell you that they want something done without pushing back and say, oh no, I can't get this thing done. What
the best station in the capital,
major
Lead FM.
For what has gotten me there.
So, based on everything that you have said with the competence and everything, before you got there, I mean, there are a lot of people who have they know the job, but they do not have the equipment. Would you say you had it all?
Oh no.
So you started with, like, you were borrowing small.
Yes. So the thing with the event planning work is you don't go into the business with a lot of equipment or capital. It's largely, like I always say to everyone, the first capital an event planner needs is knowledge. So you're going into that business with as much knowledge, current knowledge, quality knowledge as much as possible. So for me, all I had was knowledge of how to do it. But then there was the point where I was now looking for the opportunity, because there has to be a place where knowledge meets opportunity. Otherwise, it's still going to just be residual knowledge.
100.9.
So there was that at the beginning. But of course, as we went on, there's the I don't have a portfolio, but please hire me. I'm going to prove to you that I'm good at this thing. And then they hire you. The first person gives you a shot. Of course, another person is like, oh no, please, when you have grown, then don't use me as a lab rat. When you have grown, then come back and then maybe we can have this conversation again. And so, to be honest, there was all of those ones. But we went through from the first event, and now we've done over 925 events. So from that first event, in 15 years,
you can't just skip 925 like
15 years.
It is nothing.
It's 15 years.
15 years you have done 925 events.
We're hoping to stop at 1,000.
Guinness Book of Records. Wait.
No,
900.
Yeah, 25 events.
And 25.
Well, 26 events. When they finish the event, they are doing tomorrow in Lagos, while I'm not there.
Wow.
26 events, yes. Yeah.
Wow. 900.
Yeah, okay, now that you put it that way.
900. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right. Thank you.
900. No, it's
yeah. I've worked hard. I've done a lot of work with a good team of people who have been working for me and with me.
What would you say were some of your biggest challenges? Was there a time where you were like, look, I don't tire, this I'm not going to do again? Like, what has been like your biggest challenge so far in this business?
If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even think that working with my client has been challenging per se. I think I'm very good with people, but I think that my biggest challenge where I get to that point where I'm like, like, Charlie, I know they do it. Like, I beg. Everybody should pack their bag, be going home. Let's shut down this business. It's always from the position of hiring. Because for an event management organization or business to work, you have to surround yourself with the right people. People will see your vision. People will also know how to see. People will know how to execute. The thing about the industry is the industry allows easy entry and exit. What that means essentially is that anybody can wake up and be an event planner tomorrow.
Yeah.
As I always jokingly say, 9 out of 10 people that are standing, 9 of them are event planners. The remaining one is a makeup artist. So the truth of the matter is everybody is a planner. You've not gotten a job. If you're sitting at home and you haven't gotten a job for 5 years, you wake up and be an event planner as long as you can speak English and you know people. So that makes it very difficult, right, for you to even be able to retain people, because people have worked with you for a few, like what we're talking about now. So maybe they worked on a project with maybe the Don Jazzies of this world or the Brimo or Chike Live or whatever, and they've been exposed to that kind of audience. And maybe they've done that with you for 2 or 3 times. They now start to feel like, me, self, I have arrived. They too, they are bosses in their own right. And the next thing is you wake up and you get a resignation letter, and that person, you've invested so much in the person.
It's just gone.
Gone. And people always say that, you sign on compete. Yeah, there's all of that, but you don't want to keep a disgruntled employee on your payroll who you are trying to keep there based on contract. You want to be going. But the problem is that always affects, and the fluctuation of that doesn't help you as steadily or even have as much stability as possible. So if I've ever had a moment where I've said, or several moments, not a moment, if I'm going to be honest, several moments where I'm like, you know what, let's pack up this shit and go home. It'll be when one of my staff or some of my people have shown me shaking.
Just let you down like that.
Heavy.
Would you say some of your employees or staff has tried to steal your customer base or your clientele?
Did you say have tried to?
Or
How many stories do you want? How much time do you have? Like,
did they succeed?
How much time do you have? Like, I have all day. How much? Listen, I can. I mean, I remember one time. I'm speaking about staff. The head of operations at the time, we had walked ourselves to the ground. That I was burnout. I knew I was burnout, so I bought the next ticket. She bought my ticket to Dubai to just go and take a week and just rest to come back, because at the time we were hitting December. So this was just, and you know the Ember month, right?
Yeah.
So it was just September. So it was like quickly go so that you can come back, because we work all the way to February. And so this staff of mine who has an official car, who is doing well, we're paying this person crazy. And she only had to work a year and a half more to own 5% of the business. Yeah.
You were going to give her shares in the business.
Yeah, because she, you know, but let me help you get to the shock where you're going to. And so after she bought the tickets and, you know, she knew what my timeline was, what time I get to Dubai, what time I land, what time I come back to Nigeria, that sort of thing. So she waited for me to get to the airport. And while I was airborne, by the time I landed at the airport, you know, the airports will give you Wi-Fi and stuff. So while I was logging into my phone, I was getting email alerts. And the email alert I was getting, first of all, was the fact that my head of operations, just to also give you context, at the time, it was September. So that September, we have about 45 events.
Just in that
we had 45 events between September and October. So it was a period of 2 months, plus or minus, right? And so we had to execute those events. And in December alone, we had 12 events in December. So it meant that we were not sleeping. It was, we go from venue to venue, that kind of thing, done. So my head of operations sends me an email of resignation while I was at the airport in Dubai. Was where I got it.
The one who booked you that.
Oh, yeah. So here's what she did. Resignation is not a problem. She resigned, that's fine. So this girl goes into the office laptop and wipes out everything on the computer.
All the upcoming events.
Everything. There was no handover. There was no, so these are the details. And we have a system where we input all this information, where we have all the logs of vendors and stuff. Computer wiped out. But it didn't just end there. So she then reaches out to the clients, the previous clients that we have worked with, that she was also very, preview to, like what I was saying to you earlier, when they start working with some of your customers and then they have email, they feel like,
yes, they can.
She sends them an email and said, just to be clear, that all the jobs that ITC Events has been doing, she's been the lead project manager on it. And so she's leaving the organization now, so they can come and hire her. And she's cheaper than me. And to be honest, she knows better than me. So people should hire her. So my clients were forwarding me emails while I was at Dubai Airport, Abu Dhabi. I was just like, obviously I bought the next ticket back to Nigeria. I'm like, say what now? It's fine on the mountain, rest. Who rest here? Let's go back. So I flew back. I waited for the next flight and then flew back to Nigeria. And by the time I got to Nigeria was when I realized that she had wiped out the computer. It was a whole shit show, to be honest with you. Of course, she was properly dealt with, but it was a whole shit show. And imagine doing an event where you don't have the logs of all the vendors. Then you're calling all your vendors to say, did we pay you for next week? Are you working with us on?
People even cheat you.
Listen, you have no idea. So that's what I'm saying. How many?
So you've had more stories than that.
Quite a bit. But now, what has happened now is that we have put so much structure, and processes in place that it'll be hard for anybody to do. It'll be hard. It's almost impossible for anybody to do that anymore. Before we didn't. We just, we're working on. It wasn't trust. We had a sense of structure, but it wasn't monitored, right? It was just, okay, this is what we do, this is how we do it, and that. So you can get away with anything. Now you cannot even, you can't erase anything. Everything is in the cloud. You're just either putting information and out. You don't have access to anything. Every day you log in, the password changes.
Oh.
So yeah,
you have
it's
time.
a whole crazy thing now.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's intense.
So IPC Event Academy, that is your school.
Yes.
What
event planners?
Wait, let me translate all the ones we've done before. Where do I even start from? Where did we start from, Prima? It's me bisa ne say. Edwuma we ya wo yi. Edie mpa cause edie nkwa na money dance cause Nigeria hold omo dose. Na o kasa senia wotumi ni o clientele ne kasa no. Senia obetimi ate omo ase. Also be wo ya no say I know too much. O che ne say be o pewe no ye. No, this is not going to work. As of so che say minim chen. ono de onye ne saa so omuka so omupe we omuka so mpeni si ase no be ya man na ono akasa san che mu biem se empempi no bibisa ne se eba ne se na wonya nkofo ekukudam etiti u se a oni omunya adwuma akasa empempi no ade bia de wo hya ase a wo hye obi se oh adwuma we de metimi aye na emu mini pictures ni we obi baji wadi obeka se oh me hwa obetimi aye ode na adwuma na se ni event be to chacha ma obi se beka kire wo se ko ukona wo ye wi a una unya vema na waba ode ne saa de saa enne waye event 925 osi ye kasai omo ye ba ko ho abra wo ha senti eno ka ho 926 na mi bisa ne se adwuma wada sorry da kwa kase like binye bi papa nya wi abode ne hwe enya nto binye bi no kase usually the point of the drusa na enye customers ni mpo na mom staff no omo a oni omo ye adwuma no cheze bu a omo ha adwene nti eto de bia ne staff ni bi nemo mbe ya kire no to say like but still they are going strong and I'm bisa ne say has there been an instance the workers ni bia try say na adwuma no mbe wi na clientele na I say of course na was it this year or last year that she decided to steal your client?
Oh, this was 3 years ago.
Oh, was it 3 years ago September? Omo year events from September to December, we are very booked and busy. Into September, ni muna nejuma ye ni ba ko ka jense ma me na de na unko rest kakra ko si e ba ba event December nti akwadwodwo ho na bra. O se wonam kwan so a o kwaje o Dubai airport. O te ane se ye send ni email na o beta ne kuri. Hey. And the client on the beach and say ni work no ni planning trip no man no. Or call ye na no ko gina computer na che na event no delete ye we no or have the access to customers no kacho mo say acho we adwuma ni mi jai na emu me wo so mu say adwuma no me na mitimi ye me na me ye bibia on de so on de on na mo keke na waji ni na mo su so wonya hwe me na me ye bibia enti no me so me boefu chen no enti se mu po bia ma na event ama mo mfrɛ me enu na the customers ye do de no do na bi text no bi ye eh when de we ya na o say ne rest ke ehwa na tese odane ne ho airport do say aha ontna ho yes ontna ho ade so eno so ontna no di America eno san so e baaye eno o say anwa no pe na problem so ka say o kan de a ye be wi o chena no pa na so o san wo events school ye friend IPC Events Academy ho na ye dru IPC Events Academy. What is it about? What do you do? Is it like a school that is it boarding house? Do we wear uniform? What do we do there?
They wear uniform.
They wear uniform.
I'm joking. No. So IPC Events Academy
The
is
best station in the capital. Meet
an
FM.
institute, an academy for event planners and event professionals across the ecosystem in the event industry. An IPC event has been in operation for 13 years. I started training 2 years after I got into the industry, so 15, 13, so it makes sense. And we have raised over 2,500 event planners. I think that it was just before the Pan-African tour that we took a stock, and then we realized that we had raised over 45% of the current event planners in Nigeria as I speak to you.
You raised them.
You can do your research. It's online. It's
Wow.
all online. So we have been training event planners, and I'm very passionate about that. And the reason is because, and what even gave birth to IPC events was because when I was going to start out, I had asked the people who were in the industry, like you talked about earlier, and I'd gone to them to say, oh, would you mind teaching me? I want to learn from you. I feel like this is something I want to do off of my sister's wedding. I think I have a knack for this thing. And after having me come to their office for 3 months with no intention, all that weird kind of thing.
No, you are going to learn how to do events. They will ask you to change diapers.
Let's go and buy amala. Do you know what amala is in Nigeria?
They will send you to buy amala.
It's like you don't understand. It's like you don't understand what we're talking about here. You know, and then so they send you on the errands with no intention. So when they want to do anything cool or smart or creative, they send you.
So that you don't see.
So when you come back, you're blind Batimos. You don't even know what's going on. I think after the 4th month, I went to meet her to say, listen, I don't feel like this thing is, I'm coming all the way every day. I live very far, Are you going to teach me or, what's going on? And she was like, well, I don't think event planning is for you. I feel like you're more of a white collar kind of person. I think you just follow that, And
Why did she tell you from the beginning?
Oh no, she broke my spirit that day, and thankfully that you have mothers that care. Because my mother jacked me up when I came back from her, and I was like, I'm not doing event plan. She's like, huh? Say what now?
You don't mad.
She jacks it back. Say you're joking. Will you stop that nonsense? You will do this. And like I always say in every of the class that I have the opportunity to teach, that person and I, we bidded for the same projects. We've bidded to the same clients. Clients have chosen me over her. Now I'm even helping her write a book.
You didn't tell her book writing is not for you.
Listen,
I think you're more
she
of
calls
a...
me now when she's in a bind and say, oh, hi, Mosun, you're the only one I know that will give me a very honest opinion. What do you think about this? So we're no longer, we're colleagues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think God was kind enough to make sure that she didn't take credit for my journey, because at the end of the day, she should have been able to say, oh, I thought, but it's what God does. He brags differently.
Yeah.
But the point for me was when I went through that, it was a longer journey because there's something about mentoring people. You just make their journey shorter. I went through unnecessary long journey for no reason, right?
Yeah.
And so I said to myself that when I ever get to a point that I feel like I have hit a mark, I feel like I have gotten somewhat successful, which I have, I will look back and I'll train people. And I will not be the kind of person who is hiding anything from them. I will be the kind of teacher who is oversharing, who is sharing her trade secret because I feel like I'll give you the rest.
100.9
Yeah.
You can't even take anything from me.
Yeah.
Because what I've shared with you today, I have moved on from that. I've evolved from the last idea that I shared with you. So I have no fear. These things that we do in Africa where I don't want to teach you what I know because I don't want to take my customer. Either way, the customers know who they want. So it's either they come to you or they come to somebody else. But because I taught you doesn't mean that it takes anything away from me. And honestly, that's why I set up IPC Event Academy, because I wanted to make people's journey shorter. I wanted to teach them what I did not have the privilege to learn or to be taught. And we have successfully done that. We have people from your country, Ghana, who comes all the way to Nigeria. And then they'll stay there, take a hotel, stay there for like 3 days, just come and learn from us. Zimbabwe, Kenya, Cameroon, Sierra Leone. We have people come from different places now to learn. So that's what we do at IPC Event Academy. And we've done that for this long of years. So what we're now trying to do now is pivot into the online learning platform because the world is online now.
Yeah.
I want to be able to teach people without leaving the shores of my house.
Yeah.
Without leaving my couch.
Everything is remote.
I want to be able to teach people. And if there's anything, I think COVID made that quite resounding to a lot of us.
Yes.
And I want to be able to, because you go and teach people and it's like, so how can I learn more from you? And so we have now moved from just the physical class training forward,
online,
brick and mortar now to online learning platform. And we're building. I have to live in the moment because I still feel like it's far, but we're launching it next week. And we have built the first online learning platform in Africa for Africans, by Africans to Africans. Because like I said earlier, it's the Western world can teach us event planning, but they can't teach us the way that we should do event planning because we're so different. Yeah. Right? Yeah. They do events and they say their big event is 50 events. And I'm looking at them like, what are you talking to me about? 50 events? My friends, they do like 100 guest events and they come and say, I'm so tired. I'm like, you did a bridal shower. That's not an event.
Oh,
in fact,
ouch.
That is.
That's comedy.
Hey, it's a joke because I'm like, stop it. Like, I come back and I do 4,000 guests. We're two separate people. The principles that you can teach me, because the principles are the same.
Yes.
But the techniques to some degree can be the same. But the people are different. The industry is different. The culture is different. Africans, our expectations are events. The way we are, you can't teach an African person. Like, do you get what I mean? So for me, I'm like, somebody has to bridge that gap. Somebody has to be having those kind of conversations with our people. And the truth is, there are people like me who have also been in the industry, but everybody's just chilling and feeling cool, like, oh, I've arrived. Yeah. But somebody has to bridge that gap. Like I said, the educational gap. Somebody has to, collectively pour into that ecosystem. And honestly, I couldn't find anybody. And I kept saying somebody needs to do it until I looked at myself. I'm like, why are you not doing? And so that's what has led me here to this point where I'm doing all of this work with Africa and I'm launching the first online learning platform in Africa, in this way, because even to add to that, our facilitators are not just Nigerians. I have Ghanaian facilitators. It's an ecosystem for Africa. So different Africa top people killing it in whatever industry. Come sit down, let's collaborate, let's teach. It won't matter whether it's my platform or anybody's matter. It is that the industry,
the lesson is being taught somehow.
Yeah, it's like it's bigger than our ego or bigger than ourselves or our businesses. It's for us to all come together and say, how can this person learn from what you've learned or what you've known? come and teach that. And that's really what the online learning platform is set up to do, and I'm very excited about it.
Okay. So have you done any events outside Nigeria?
All the time.
So how many countries, or can you name some of the countries?
I think that there are about 12 countries now.
Hey.
So I've done South Africa, Ghana, Dubai quite a lot. Turkey, Kenya, some of this country now. Ivory Coast. I have to learn how to speak French, because what I find is that I keep getting clients from like francophone places come to us, and I'm like,
so how do you communicate when you
we
get
always
there?
get interpreter. I mean, I taught a class full of francophone people 4 days ago. There were just like 5 Ghanaian people in class, or less than 5. One Ghanaian. See, the rest of them, there were over 30 people. They were all francophone: Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Congo Brazzaville, from crazy places that I've never been before. They all came, but we had to get like the interpreters, and they had to wear the earplugs. Whereas I'm talking, the interpreter is interpreting to them. It was crazy, but that's the first time I was going to do that, and I was very excited. But it was a very stressful class.
Okay, so Mosun, right now, I mean, you've come far from what you've said. You've come very, very far. What are you hoping to achieve? What do you think I am not there yet? I have to do this before I can say that I have arrived.
I think it's just essentially to unify the African event industry ecosystem together. Honestly, that's really where I'm at now. Because like I feel like I've done, I won't say I've done it all, but I feel like I've done a lot. You know, and I've done, if we're talking about career, we're talking about event mileage, I've kind of done all of that. Where I'm at right now is more of doing legacy projects. I want to unify the event industry in Africa, unify the ecosystem in such a way that we're all not just transacting in silo. Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, where there's that synergy between us, where we can then evolve properly as an industry in the continent and then grow from there. Honestly, and then create connections across Africa is the next beat for me. So, but honestly, that's really the call for me. So in the next 5 years, that's really what you're going to see me do in the many expressions that it shows up. But Africa is right at the bane of my heart.
So if I want Mosun to come in, coordinate my wedding or event, what is the least amount you charge?
I knew you were going there.
We will go there, my sister.
Are we talking in Naira or dollars? So I know how to.
I mean, let's use dollars because I'm Ghanaian.
My service charge for the whole of the event. See that the way I changed, the way I started now. You see that we're now. So friendly. The best station in the capital.
So what is the least? Let's say
for my service charge.
Yes,
the whole of the wedding budget.
First service charge, then the budget.
Well, at the very least, I think that maybe like we're looking about $10,000, $7,000, $10,000.
Huh?
That's the only reason.
That's the service charge.
Well, that's the only reason I'm leaving my house. He knows why he's laughing, but that's the only reason I'm leaving my house.
Hey, what do we got? $10,000.
No. Well, yes, but then again, your budget has to make sense to some degree.
So that means if $10,000 is for the service charge.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the most amount of money you've charged for an event?
For my service charge? Or
yes.
For the budget?
For the budget. What is the most?
How can I help you do this?
Please help me. Help me.
But you said it earlier now, when you're doing event for governors, I can't talk about that.
No, don't mention anybody's name, but what's the most?
You have an idea what you're asking
yes,
me?
So you just, which event you go be like, this event, even if I don't work again, I start it. Which events? How much was it?
Maybe $300,000, something like that.
Mosun.
We're sharing iPhones. We're sharing, people, they
were sharing iPhones at the event.
Yeah, it was part of the souvenir. It wasn't like you people, your blogs and stuff were carrying it now.
Oh, that's wedding.
The people were carrying it now. We're sharing iPhones. Weddings where they were giving out car. You just choose a raffle, and then if you win a car, you go home with a car just by attending a wedding. Yeah, take a deep breath. You asked, I didn't. I was trying not to help you.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Oh my God, no.
It was very nice conversing with you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you.
Oh yeah, get up and get out of my chair. Get up and go. We don't done. It's finished. Agbena. Why? Agbena. But on a more serious note, thank you so very much for honoring our invitation. And we hope
I had a good time.
we also we hope, I mean, years to come, it will be normal. Like, we'll see many women like you out there doing it and putting Africa on the map. I hope the next time I hear from you, you will be probably coordinating the Grammys. I'm going to be like, oh, this lady, I interviewed her before.
And I will be sending your invitation to you.
Oh my God,
that's
stop
even
it.
better.
Oh my God. Thank you. Please, do you have any shout outs to give to anybody? Your social media handles, if anybody wants to.
My social media handle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my social media handle, personal Instagram page is Mosun Nicole Akinwamide, and it's spelled MOSUN. Another NICOLA. Akinwamide is AKINWAMIDA. And then the academy page that we talked about is IPC Events Academy. It's one word. In most cases, if you find my account, then you find the IPC events as well.
So you said you are leaving Ghana when?
In 4 days.
This is just by the way. I mean, you've gone to places since you came to Ghana. You've eaten our jollof rice.
I'm not talking about jollof rice. I have refused. Let me tell you. Now I'm leaving the studio. You want to start a war?
Did you try it?
You want me to call the snipers from Lekki, Abi?
Did you try it?
Thank you very much, so guys, ladies and gentlemen. She wants to start a country war.
Have you tried it?
I have refused to have jollof rice conversation everywhere I've gone.
But have you tried it?
I'm not having Jesus. But I've tried your kanke though.
What is
it? Kanke? Sorry. I apologize. Ghanaians, forgive me.
And how was it?
I prefer it to Banku.
Did you eat our pepper?
Banku
the pepper people are saying is for fetish.
Wow.
Did you try our
stay
pepper?
away from your eggs because I can't even understand how you guys eat eggs and avocado and then. Okay, sorry, bye. All right, guys, bye. Thank you for now they throw me out of this studio.
Yani Mosu Nicole Akinwamide na chichen komo oye events planner ewo Nigeria. Oye events over 925. Hey, and rack how they to 926 umpe we na pedie. Many my pump for neighbor betnase, you know, me and my ladies and Nadia. A two good them han be boom konya ni nyina. Today the Botox that is in this building. La ilala. My DJ okay. My DJ is so happy to see all this. Who foreigner? Asaga untrase. Die bebu ko mu na pe. La bell so I no was akolo se nchenam. I say yellow CC don dey for corner o. And there, who Plus and Proud on Facebook? Have you seen Plus and Proud? Where was this start now? No dear, was it a buying way dear? Obewu. Was it the buying way dear? I got a phone. Obewu. Enye easy. And ne, achomoma sister intinam finfini mama why Mr. I want the two bottoms to sandwich her. Because today we will do something to her. Please put her in the middle. Misty. I don't for much hero, missing menya mita. I don't want any posing till he make any picture. Missing a woman in a posing. On Benny wants them, on better day. Need the other in his okis. Who don't know Mama Dobi? And you walk at me Dobi. You show any man at me Doki. Who don't know some men I'm a go. I go clean your body that toe. Yeah, walk back down for Pia. Man, no tears, yes, you don't have fine. It no be easy. Me teato so me see I be ya. I come from Moshiro, me see make me die. I don't want any body, didn't make any pictures. Me say na come any body. I'm gonna want them on better day. My love na jango. Madam for say, dear. Or the befa or Batian, dear, got a befa can say, because Omunya the same price. Also, Omunya the same price. It's the other thing I walk with you. Tilapia, Yama Baku say, Yama ne ba. You see ni 50 Ghana. I didn't know abefa. The yet theater want to answer. Besi anadam ha. Father Dixon, he executive producer ba ko peye chiao. Me srew say ahwe ochina nkunya no. Ebia na ebeto chima kakra. Ebeto chima course. Hey! Etuo na egu dam haro. La ilala. Etino mami introducing my pam for fast. That is a true come. The one and only Lagater, the CEO for Splash Juice, and then there one farmer, ama, and then so cram see me numbi. You see me num so me minimum you dry some me the train splash, and they are splashing me a meditate, but na me wo. And the one and only CEO for Plus and Proud. Hey, Miss Debbie, Jai, Miss Assat's best 4 years ago. Me call more pukoyede. Let me call there more. Me twa mo na me hu sister bi ot say what him. Baby na Frankie sana. I was inside the food court. Hey, that I'm not a phone man and about fresh. Na 12 brand 11 pro man. Hey, you draw a sister it's what you say. It means that mama gan kasa. You drop now come and get whatever you want. It's one is I don't let you. Yeah, you free about to work. Say God, am I your stepchild? The kind of less yeah. Say, are you hungry? Take anything. If I'm not pay for kakra. You say, hey, we o grandma say. I say me also this kind of wine. So one free so I who niska. Wo. So the CEO for Plus and Proud GH, wama a mana first of because almost your confidence. I mean, these women have got a voice. First, in Taibu, I make us also intimation. Who can page so the women are showing us look. Time me shama me say, for and family. Body positivity, see you on your own. Your body don't day. And then they've done a lot. On my car, a wash. On my walks. On my never be brave. So that is Miss Debbie. Or some so activist. Esa so ono de the politics ne de onje muda and say ya occupy julobi ko gina mu ankasa e ko gina TV so one share interview ni bi no or say where is my camera, tell me where we gonna run go I saw me now Miss Debbie and not the one and only the beautiful Label de ni we me shankasa cause no we fedo ade why is it what Label why say you know oh zamu say at camera nature unhu amu yie Label why is a lily put right why is a full stop but ni as a go tell it to and when na so as an even so it was so no your be aprowa on some grand amu so ya kati amu anu kati o she Label was be said no ebia it's Label marketer despite media has say today I have an all lady analyst in no and come on here baba twetwe me pese me say emma aye modu ana obi be fresh emma ye thick ana say emma ye obeka say oye heavy ana obolo ni de eye by the 20 ka ho ana ya Tima ye obolo o so obolo se ka so obolo na ya the 20 ka ho dia asa ya how ko ye ka we obolo 20 dia obolo 20 say pointi ama ye modu no. What are some of the challenges we face in I mean we are in Ghana, so let's limit ourselves to Ghana. And this is the actual komo myself and me twi na ira your Ghana has enti a market for what are some of the challenges that you face our mind mu ye wies why are limiting about entertainment industry because I say yeah what them now we're all in the entertainment industry one way or another. It's in person me bisa ye may say I mean everybody here is thick small Label anything I'm person communication 15 but no so dear I mean she's also a woman or share onim dear because we're industry mu. So what are some of the problems plus size women face be it in Ghana, the world, or in the entertainment industry? My friend Miss Debbie, and she's on the activist. No, my friend Miss Debbie.
Yes.
Jenny voice.
Middle.
How are our children?
They are fine.
And the twins?
They are fine.
Oh, thank God. Miss Debbie, how long have you been in the industry for?
Recognized.
Yeah.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
At least, like before Salasi. So Salasi did 11, or 12, into like 11 years.
Obeka say, I mean, you can't we are very eloquent. What's it rough pa? You know how to express yourself. Obeka say, Ebianka we tia pa. Nka wako anima chense ana say, Obeka say wo your body no industry no. We okay. A favor.
Oh, me mom there, me right industry nim there na me tia na me size 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Size 6 is not labe okra so chen.
Oh awesome.
Wow.
Na me size 6. Me start to say maybe around, let's say, me can say public people are omuye jumama amansan hu omo no. Na me nso. Na me nye very big. But me second, I think my second daughter na me start to say me big. And me mom there e wonya me anim. Me trade for nothing. Then I me yes no. E wonya me throw me picture.
I think I've seen one
before.
Yeah.
If you ever say be a comedy me and I say, hey, challenge nyamia ye bio. Like if I post the pictures, people they post like God nyamia ye bio. Hey, the nyamia say, hey. I say nya comedy o. Inti me mom dear. Say na mete no. Me ye fine. And baby eni hu amekwa nkofo nhwe me mienu. E wo nyamia ni.
Osutunu mu odu.
Yeah, and me hu so ye fe. Me ti say Africa
na say
ne
ye fe about 20 die, 20 die. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you pato ye wi a o. Omu no mu so dey try. Hey. I was like I won't gay.
E wom kakra.
You better go say la gata dey wom kakra. Na wo dey die. Mami jai.
Baby ameko bi ade me comfortable into me ndwenia obi beka. Me nam ho a sebio me maye ma adwen se me ba wo ho ene. Obi hu me na oka oboloto ya. Me gina ho me bunfu.
The best station in the capital. Meet FM.
Na nipa na nkasa na ni ewu. Me ya yenkofo bebre. Ebi me won mo be frɛ me di bi na maka say oh bra. You frɛ me plus and proud. No maka say no nso ne den na me say ko unsu ade ko school. But like they say well be catch nipa no. Me nyi ye o. But me kan wan kasa no. Obe ferry because e wonyame anim ye nyina ye nyi no ye maame mu nyina asoso.
Of course.
Untimi nka nche me say obe kodwoma unhu ima kesefo a omotete ho highest percentage ne ye ima omososo.
Of course.
Enti say me maame so me anti so na say me ye wana me ni ngi say me so na ebia ebe ma ase obi beka say wa bo ho so ko hye dem we we ene ye wa sister because uso a a taste. If somebody in taste that, billionaires them are taste.
Was it a large for that for no?
Oh, share.
That for no.
Oh no.
Because the Mr. Doctor is what they give me. I say, Lodina, I want to marry you, and I want you to get bigger, so that I'll pack all your breasts in Pajero. You pack all. I say,
your bill.
Don't you want me to pack your breasts in Pajero for you? Now why you kakana ubana say? Pack your breast ni that's why the men can wanna Sister Laga Obeka say I mean ko GH media school dey Obeka say media ni mu na wo no opo dey we can we
one sister cry what one sabi boni bi enim abna say omunye den
no I mean enya say omunye bi but I mean say wo sha wo nam for mo ye tiatia wo sha senya wo ko social media na sha oba na fu I mean, look, the body shaming going on industry ni mukra. Ubo say na say ye fat TV host ni adia. I was say who was some figure. I was say who have some figure. Be a person who ye fat but in the right places. I say I was say we serious so, but Emma we fun so, ma we tun so, Emma we basan so. I was say we call ye tia. I say there was this. There was some specifics we are here expecting. Ubeka say bia wo so buy industry. I mean wo dey ka dey anka. Ubeka say wo buy industry ni no we hu say e ma omo odu kakra no like there is as a you discriminate against omo kakra.
Oh bebre na impempi me kai say your school say na lady bi. Ono ne to no to say my sister Debbie dey ya wom kakra but I say ne nine na I na say ka say ye ko presenting on na see ya. One say or sound so your shot into what na see enko yie. Utimi so squeeze ne ho ya de no emu kasa ne atete ni ye be pon no na ono nkwa akotena baby no osu na ma ben no na me ne kasa say forget it forget it yen ko do mra e be wie no anu meduru akasa one
wow
what you say na no so o ma o so what ya unya nyame
yes
nyame na bo wo Mrs. Akase so owo ye no nte saa owo ye aha nti e den na me wo ho me hu say wa wo awie ansa wo ba be yesei me sorry preocupe body shame o fa ememu wo amekọ akra say trotro say mami yesi on to 3 seats by force because awesome what you say awesome but enye se na ye be ka che say 3 seats no na eye nwanwa kwanya ye be fa so na usu na wagye na wo me me nko obi aba no asan
edien na me dem
pia ho asem na miki obi aba no asan so what they make am nti me dey body shame ni doso enye ye nyame na boy yin se na etie bia nipa okosro no aba fam no aba eno nkyere se ye omo nka nipa ho what you say se na ye na too much me follow no pa or dem me omo am need me gisa oh my sister quite a victim and it's in swati me ha me ni nka kwa metimi aka say akaka kra na me to kra so sin me sister
so no first let to say me
ne to kitu o na obolo tun no when e ka ho no na e disturbing nkofo oh wabo obi asum wo manim da
because your friend obolo tun
na se no kan no e time oh yeah ko me he sister no ko no sister de hia obolo tun ne too bari wo olu bof Jesse di wo obo sexy wo de kan sa na mfa obo ne nchew enu na me sister akin obolo tun obo Jesse ensem bi wo ho no ma ya ka ebu abem wo ebu abe too much abna too much
Sister Label oh dear we know you can't relate but would you say this industry no it doesn't favor women who are omunye like ne say yent say mumu bi say na because the industry name favor
I wouldn't say so.
Why not?
But then and I can say majority carries the vote. It's here for the betchem kaka say menya code into no me voice no on say Ghana for ni aye ya adwen say oba osono sexiness enhye ni ne ho eba say atari bi kra na ese o hye kotena TV so a ana say ye the camera see so I mean kan say na fatal because we bebre wom even cameramen no class sometimes they say omu twa kra say ana why bebre wo mani so amomo but say ukita figure no na say bi omu twa omunya figure ne ma ne ye fe do you get it but then let's be honest to ourselves o ye kese na wo kwhye dem na wo su se ne wo we your friend say lagata e kana na chale
be you
you get what I mean
yeah
feel proud of your body who say obadi no nyankopon na di ama wo se wawo e na amwa ye kese a de me problem kakra me wo ni se e ma ne bi ye kese a na omo amakwadro kra sa abeka ho enti oni ahoden onanti free your steps you kra kodu as obete so sa enti se oye sa na se one be makra wo ho no ma tin bia na se ho ya ye ne because bibi kakra bia na wa break you should also exercise exercise na wo ye sexy me sure say sister for shop ne buy 1 2 and no buy obetena ha me hu se wo ho mi bebre one say so
on every fragrance
what you say you was slim me say am me for steps ne bedru na me ti so say
sister every morning me drew anu he ya steps na no before we for aba he you say me gina obe 5 seconds that's me adjust me home
you see
atoazo
and see I can see for no me I don't see anything wrong with it because you were slim girls almost no mundro ya kesi o omunya nka omo te say omo a omo so no but they say na quite to say mema no binom na ama akese na koye bibia wo ho because you kan na sikafo ni say so omo ware aso omo ware for no dodo eno na ama say no so ya bibia wo ho no but obia ni te say na wo sha say odi kan kan no enti your industry nim I don't think say we should really focus on that your body type or whatever it is yen hwe de woni panitirim de nipa no ede ba ama ebi mwasua nyanse woni tim ye papa be ka se wo ye adwuma wo ba bia enhwe sika no hwe de wo de kwa akobua na hwe ne wo kwa akosua afiri adwuma ni mu ebe boa
And so if we look at the body, na nipa no ni figure is nice. No bet na ona se bi the work can send him kwase asem one work trust me. E dey na wo ye nkofo kro mo te ho mo hwe no omo be di sa nipa natem. But say plus size bet na ho no wo kasa na nyansa wo ma. Trust me, followers are obenya no nkofo be to adi na chi no. I mean, you be fed up. Trust me.
Yeah. Enti no na chese mabamfo ne say omo yobolo sexy, they are not intimidated. But then again, Yemfane say every year you are very fluent. Like what could GH media, what could why there was a way. Sisi Ejuma no uko jina TV. I mean right now it's not even just fake women. On shada nya kokko baby cry and shada pay with TV ne so.
Abena me no asem we a o ba beka no. Asenia sebio oh yeah, minimum asema o say as an advocate no. Me reasoning no say I am very different. First no betimi hu say obi so na maka che say oh usun e bia o pese oye we sister na okasa na ma ye din na metie no enye se na mo hu no obi wo ho won oso na kuma mu no onyanka obeye no ma bi but odru baby the one nkofo gye no the one nkofo ne kasa the one nkofo ne tie no psychologically no emboa no me wo obi a me pese mebo ne din but me de ne be kyerɛw no ye adwuma wo renowned television station, one of the best in the country. In fact obi anim ho offer me last year catch me say Miss Debbie baby a me ye adwuma no emboa ma adwemu anopadru na me kwa adwuma na me soon because of say na omoye na me say okay then na omoye o ontimi nka sa na dakru bi o ka kire me no ama no o ka kire me say obefri ni fie anopa ondidi ye ebo beye bi a roughly a wi a obedidi obi betu say odidi pena nipa na ka say udidi dodo
yeah why you would have didi
just when I said you no we free ni fie friti anadwo no no free adwuma or ye intermediary fasting on didi ye wo abeto say odidi no that is when I wo adwen be catch or say you eat too much. Number 2 o catch me point blank say o shatare bi man the boss catch ni say na say na why you utimi shatare we. There are so many people who are psychologically not okay at their workplace. They body shame you intelligently and again on free adwuma nim. O free adwuma nim say sia wo adwuma foforo bi no so small upcoming media house. Omo interview me 3 weeks ago me call. Na me call na me ko hu girl no. Small space na yes ha na sebio nko be 100 gumu no. Her happiness is there ni age. Lo and behold ono an the boss nso. Odidi obi anka na se masha na tare obi anka na se bibi obi bi obi infinity ahotwa wo ho peace of mind there. Now the one thing I want people to understand is kese no wo hu enye yare and I know so nkofo bi wo mo ye naturally big bone. Obi wo ho uko ni fie a wo hu them all them be big.
You can't mess with more fana.
Someone you know so and I mean no ma ye ni say okay plus and proud no. You found it 2019 August. You found it and my imagine so okay yeah walks hiking no ya nante ya fro people no yeah washing yeah events yeah normal ebema ya den and moving yeah active yeah was psychologists yeah were counselors yeah were pastors obi wo ho no obeba oni ni kunu na etie papa no uhu mi na me so o se ope me ma wo nkola be ye miensa ma o se a wo ka che me se o so dodo unim se wo mpe oba oso a take slim woman wo oba o ye slim na afa no enko hu obi a oso dada na aka che ne se me pe na oba tete no se wo pe se oni oba ne tena na se wo pe se onante anaju
oni ni nyina nanti
from bra fast 6 p.m. ka che ne se o check yenko junction no so kwata ade na mo anante nsuo kra ono ne be kwakota na wa ba anya no obe sweat na what is fat kakra. Plus size no enye disability
no
but in conforma ne yet senia uso into imano they stay away from people imani bebre yen club members obi wo ka che me say obi hu na no mo se ombesa but this is a graduate that because has gone to school she has her degree She has been looking for jobs. So see me. Obi Angelo. And I miss you. Okay, only yen be juma. Only yen juma say administrative work ne. Why administrative work to the point say what database. Obi birthday to me from yes and you okay. Club no fancy. Yen lawyer. Plus and proud yen lawyer. 4 years ago, girl on the frame so be kuni hu say ram.
Oh.
Aden ya body shame girl no your body shame no. And there are your big lawyer no your lawyer. All I'm trying to make people understand is say ban advocacy na. And yes who fat girl and a big girl I patch say ombe Jimmy ni hu mouth. No. Who thick girl? See her like the way you are seeing every normal woman. If you see say be a girl where I make kwakwa ni yemso. Oh, sweetie. Maybe I no pay some lemon tea. Unim lemon grass. Now one now one no. Me say no maybe what I mean. Me di baile, me di mankeni, me di benku. But time I made no. That is me. You know maybe what I ube the day oba me fi anu huda. Potato ni no ma me di organic. Banchi mo na me di. Bro. So if you are somewhere and you feel like okay, this girl no media house is great. Who qualified thick girls for their selfish reasons where you and I know say okay omu pay man who say omu di man no better for advertisements ne no ama into omu foul and I find out omu foul no omu kanchira will say it's not because you are qualified or you are not qualified. Omu kanchira will say oh sister ebia me sha say na why ebia untimi nye we untimi nye obaka so we have people. There are so many thick girls out there. Thick men. Remember the end of the abna me kan won
it's sad.
Me madam for me you know as example and their friend Buju. Buju be big man, thick guy, fine guy. Girl bia Buju be fa bia no. The girlie they left him. The girlie they left him. You know, there's some women out there that are looking for six pack, and these men beat them. The men maltreat them. The men treat them like hell, but still
because they have the physique.
So see, I put you to her. Girl, be on your. The girl needs to squash. Like, are you a big man or big man?
Yeah.
What I want people to understand is, plus size, no. Honestly speaking, it's godly, it's heavenly, it's nice. Me man, I mean, you're more. Niente, I make us every month. You go hiking. And you never catch say we should check our weight. I check our health. You young for checking your breast cancer. You young for checking your BP. You young for and you say you young for you. As I'm even talking to you, I'm still calling on medical bodies that want to be part of the club. And to say, Oba, that's the one who said Obi is sick. This year, October 6th, be a World Plus Size Day. So Ghana phone him. Last year, me created awareness. Me frank for interviews. Few people pen me interviews. This year, plus bikini pool party to honor World Plus Size Day. Ladies are almost by no. These are ladies marketing like we have a plus size pilot. Hello.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So don't make it look so okay. The ladies know almost so they are going to school, but the sad point is they are not getting the jobs because when you come in, people feel. Events I am a plus size for you now. Say they move around. When it comes to the hiking, me frusa every mountain now. Me stre, me chi, hey, me timmy dre. But me catch me who say as a leader, you for do. Ya free people know for the past 7 times we have climbed. This December, I say you're free because you're a plus size festival, first of its kind in Ghana. So if you see a plus size person, na say bia oh no, who pesa utunifua. Me pacha antunifu so didi obebre no mun didi. Depression. Some of them are so sad because omu family members na say omu ji omu no omu pu omu enti be hu say bi wo wedding onko wait onko bibi omu ye bia onko because they go and then the family is like hey who did you why ekesi o me srem am ebusuafo amutie ye kasa do kasa no Muhu obi na se untimi nkashia, untimi hye ne nkran a enye enkasa.
Why kasi o enyanche? Obi wa
why kasi o. Also the very moment so I also betting no. Also ati o yare ana.
What's the name podi omo ka ede? Wafo.
You see? The new one is Adam Bibi ye one.
Bibi how ana.
Me ko interview last week and mama ni catch me say my phone. Adam me okay ana.
I was combine my times.
And then the one I don't understand is say yo, I dey move every day. If I make big, you go talk. If you make slim, you go talk. Please, if you are plus size,
be proud
me.
of
I will tell you move around. Because I'm moving around now, me pacho. And the deal we are now at Debbie. Nanti, me nanti. Me a movement. Me sorry na me nyaka me fa trotro. Me tibi me nanti.
Obi tesi obeka say ye can say be tra. It's not that easy. You should let them understand.
No, when you say it's not that easy, it is very easy. It's a mindset.
I get you. But then on say me cry me yes slim no. Say me nanti kakra bi amakoma to me ba because of abibia e wo me ho deda. Enti no unya ne trasa but then udi show akuma mu say this thing I can do it. You can do it. Do you get it?
Make up your mind.
But Miss Debbie, if I may ask, I remember one time you introduced me to one of the Diasa winners.
Yeah.
And I asked her, she was very young then. Sisi Akra video, she can't stand. She's sitting. I don't know if you know the person I'm talking about.
I'm the one who brought her to you people.
Yes.
Some years ago.
Yes. And when we sending videos now, she can't.
Yeah. So here is it. You see, most of the time, Uber Plus and Proud na say, yeah, was structure, there were rules and regulations. 100.9. It is SBO. Sorry, and I say cool. It's a registered club actually in Ghana. Uber Plus and Proud na say, why you wagging say, near open na obey ya untmintna. Yeah, me a very principled and disciplined. Uber na say me who say, wait no. Yadi and share ha me catch row. Yeah. Me catch row na so you are on your own.
But won't they also say you've also body shamed them?
No, you see, this is what I want you to understand. It's an anti-body shaming group. But trust me, I love you enough to keep you healthy. Oh, who said my SSiano? Se mupe bibia medi. Mi jina ho sesia, ube hu se ma wo 5. But shape wom.
Of course.
Me jina ha sesia ube hu se sister we aso ya kola. Here is it. Me share me ho so. Sa uba plus and proud na say yes ye ko hiking. Wamba. 100. Me say ye ko we. Wamba. Doctors abasa mo be hwe ye. Wamba. Me say ye we. Wamba. Automatically no. Unye ready say you be fit. And I'm preaching thick fit. Be thick and be fit. Yes. You cannot be sitting down and tell me say you are big so you cannot climb it. You have to make an effort. And to say ubana say me catch or say ye way na say feel say oh Miss Debbie ye way na okwa. Nipa we a oka na asem no. Oba ye no the way na ye processing no. Now you're processing to do advocacy for the whole world because at that time no airline no unya seats in some airlines. Yes. And when it comes to advocacy no ungo focus advocacy na ya agro keke. Yeah. It be fight. Oba say ya advocate oba kun ungo fo be chesiu. Hwe abna me kan sem kire about Miss Debbie obesu. But for plus and proud ladies no omo bana say me catch omo say me famo and then yeah for work. Yeah kwa gym. Yeah kwa way we are doing it. And I want to see improvement. Almost all the ladies now omanya who have listened and you can know what say omanya asutie no omo abrabo asesa. Aden no omo abrabo asesa because omo tie ye and omo ye discipline omo ye reform. We groom people. That is what Plus and Proud is about. We groom African women to know that this is what you are supposed to do. And to say Uba Plus and Proud na say when to me antna sister it be your bad behavior usuba in bonne no enunti na ube jane and na ube ye kese saying sir because obi enu ho beka cho say no nsuo this is special water I drink at least almost 25 bottles of water a day. Will you believe me?
Eh?
Why, eh?
25 bottles.
Me no monsieur. I have water me no one bag. Me no monsieur, and me no monsieur sana who joins so. I'm telling you, and it cleans all your colons and your bladder.
Yeah.
Obi our kidney stones to cry no monsieur
yes.
So why is it that you a big girl? Who tie me, who your back kesefo? Who no monsieur? Hey sister, who no monsieur awo hu? Anopa me nya hwe kra me ndidi kra me one water de mebo. Wo de emfa wo hu me didi o me ndidi oba. Esa wo no monsieur. Ena inoma insuo na wo nom no. Eye draw insuo na mind your business and drink water. Insuo na eye draw sin bibia. Me did contombre, me did potato leaves, me did greens. How many people? We had a seminar. Ladies buy and I make catch you. In fact, honestly, samosas. But young fat flour and samosas no. Yeah, the leaves and They use the cabbage way, no. Ebi more mundi because they don't want it. But the ladies who are listening to us and then sis. Usha sana omu baye omu atadi shem yakwa event omu kasa share ladies and say omu kasa crowd eye wa kono first no be fra wo bolo to they get abusive. Now I've told them educate, not insult. If I meet you and you say obolo tui did this one all the I tell you honey debios it's plus and proud baby add some you yourself now can't say no mami mbu. So we the ladies ekwoni so de bia nkofo join. So you're surprised abna min kanu kwancho almost every day we they get people they join every day people they run.
Ebi ba na ebi ko.
Ebi jani and ni omu jani no me hu say to omu no they think you are disturbing them but the glory of God and you say me how there are some women who came to us last year omata di shemunye. This
is a lot.
This is you think it's a joke? Mikacho said this is what you should be doing and all that. Ube piena sa oye plus size. Don't let your phone be smarter than you.
Yeah.
There are people holding iPhones and their phone has sense more than them.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
Take your phone, Google plus size branch. Plus size this. Get a look. Dress nicely, decently. Like a queen that you are, and fall out. You are going out to know boy APA. Wash bibia udinechi. Who can say next time or the Uber call? Oh, for uncle because who name at the shame. Ladies now, ladies me no omu giant last year because of atadishe. And I make catch a lady ni say listen me patrol. Please, can you do this? Me one another for the friend me catch me say Miss Debbie girl ne say na won ne kasa ye na you know Miss Won. Entina sometimes a mema no omo breye man tem. Wakana makano enye boni mu na meka. But apparently no sister she kanta if you go kanta you go look good.
A black chef class or
20 cedi 50 cedi you go buy kanta fast. So if you are going to kanta and you know that this is the look I am getting from the internet. Now akoto. But also sorry ah. Ube share bibia. Unsha ho anka twade ya he. Ashes baby omo wait omo
soja enso
ukwa na udi anka twade no na wa chale smell me
yeah
oh it's who your ba say na yen yesese ye hu na nkofo be peja yen no sometimes no yen na mistake na ye den
yeah
it's me catch omo say okay like obi lady na me say na tade shemu no oba me ho na me catch ne say oh baby please you have a body odor. Don't get angry. This is what you can use. Lime, lemon, it will go. Then you left the club. You left almost 1 year. Then they tell somebody, say me, I say you the male. I don't say you the male. I be chicks. All I told you was, honey, please. Use some lime. That and it's not a crime because Obin don't Met me your down for Abna. Your chain is nice. Hey, you have a beautiful chain. Oh, you are beautiful. Then immediately you are going. Lipstick wa say home and can't show. Now obiako home. Lipstick wa say home. Hey, block me. Me nya down for. And she say Oba plus and proud. Na se bibia touch me. Me cry me catch you. Say who say my way ya catch me. Some of them they're like, hey, Miss Debbie, you are too disciplined. Tone down. So okay, now my bad down. Now they are communicating. We are friends. But Uba, na say Usi oh Uba say joining Plus and Proud as a cool. Na ebia chale sent there inside mouth odor small things, and they are pointed out to you. It is not all about the party. We go for the parties and they come. But I want us to sit at a place like this December. We are having a brunch. Let's sit at a place like classy looking women and converse. If we are healed mentally, we will grow. And that is what I'm trying to preach. No matter your weight or your size, you are a smart woman. Yeah. You are awesome. Yes. You are intelligent. The only way people would see all these things is if you take care of yourself. You cannot be looking tattered and go and sit with kings. So, Plus and Proud is about grooming. Yen who say ye ma ye mema yen share ya pomudin hu ye.
And to add a bit to what she's just saying, no. On said they all can in and no nema ejumaiefo ni BHR4 no omo employee no eya den so mbefa akesefo no because ebi kra ukọ interview no kra me say atare a obehye no okwa enu ani o onden sa na emfifra te no owura dem ho kra sent bi edi na chidi wura dem ho no omo te ho aden de look at Pacho me sorry into me enye o de ebe frɛ na ukọ enti ama atwetwe ebi kra akese bi wo ho no ma ne ho hwampa owura dem ho na ate ne ho sent madam slim ni no kra wo ba na moto mu wo hye so what am I say enti ema almo because experience bi a when oni obi enya da nti no epamo the akani na free wo mo nchen e na Ghana for so ye nim say we ya ba anye ye bi a second one na wo ba de be ye yi o because the first one aba na enko ye nti no the akani na anye papa and so ejina wa wo ni pedua no so se ne wo be siesie ho asi afa anka twade ne nso asem a okay wo oba de bi twitwu wa ha mu wa motom o sorry a watwi wo to ase yeah slim you cra sent cra we ye ho ye nantem say no ekatwi enti so your oba na wontumi nsiesie wo hono mu ya trust me be ma bia obekọ de nchen onafofo ma akra obekọ mo nchen okwa na obi e twe ne ho nobody would like to even
hug you come closer
you get it it is yes it is all your oba na wontumi nsiesie wo hu ye we kra no krampo enma enko ma kesefo nko a ekọ ma ba bia what I say it is
last week for baby na me for who lady Diabna fine girl
as I'm not going by Mirao.
Fine girl, because I fine girl. Yes, and your oba also, or oba
like beautiful,
or your oba. Yeah. You see, I me train and girl now.
You know good.
No, where I tell them. Me dear, I don't know, but some of you have to pardon my life.
Look at you.
Me calling no. Nyami friend. Yeah. Me umanya ne den ya won.
You can.
Who bet me aka say? Sorry to say won. Idea sebio. My conscience inside know that they okay.
Why she was smelling?
Oh. And now why your body splash?
And then Fifi na fra.
My friend.
And we are make a story be what?
My friend and me catch any say bra. I say, oh, I know you on internet. I say, come. And I maybe say a question. Have you smelled yourself? Don't get offended. Then she was like, I have a problem. I say, you don't have a problem. Your problem is you don't know how to go and buy lime.
Need FM Neo.
Your neck.
Oh, come on, you know I love the breast.
Your stomach, your belly button. Your belly button.
My Jerry,
Then my power chop. So when I told her, she said she wants to be my friend. And I made him a number man. I take the number, give him. A day where she called me, where she told me, say, oh, send our be mixy at the end of problem. One say anka say omo ye bi gu bottle mu nsuo.
Yes.
And I make catch this okay. Na o you cook pot. See oh no.
Hey, big and also be big ben no.
Omo tutu
quiet to.
Onko sack. And I see okay. Would you people believe that it is not up to like a week?
The smell was gone.
Yesterday she called me and said, my name is credit. Then I miss you okay.
One.
I say I miss Debbie. Oh yeah, me mommy. And I miss I am a dummy or mommy. And yet crime.
Yeah.
To me, somebody might think say me you're nosy. I mean,
you're doing good.
And every woman, let me tell you, queens fix each other's crowns. we are not supposed to gossip and pull each other
Oh,
down.
I like that.
A queen is supposed to make sure that the second queen looks good because you don't know where you will meet her tomorrow. It's my friend Nasa may say, oh, wait, Nasa, there are people who learn it and they take it today. And to say, oh, a club, ni Nasa, me mouse idea, and Nasa, don't be angry. We learn. Say, they be a every day. Every day. So aloe vera. Aloe vera too. It help intimacy when you know your natural things. Yeah. Very natural. Why? Miss Ramwa.
And I think a young man of crazy idea of foot to my own. Yeah. Who young could be none who. Yeah. No, who not catch and say, oh, medo. Oh, a ma be a hono ma. Kwa kache onims ebi mu nim kasa mane kutinesa ebi mu nim kasa kwan ya obe fast asem no so obe ka no ebe ma nipa na o kache ni bubefu but ye onyansa kwan so a wo fa obe kache na no ache somewhere 2018 me ko kanta na me ko pervest ni ayi bi ato na at that time I was working with one radio station and omo ye say Christmas e banti ye ayen ko toto enyama mfa mbesi ho. You do holiday ne ya bisa de ate so awo flex wo so amoto mbo sabi o. Hey, se me so as want so. And I miss gay. Me mo awu so amoto mbo. Na me twa mu call boy call na me friend say me do bra. Na me ne ye guy back on nam catch so on twe no because e ma de ye frere ade kakra na mtwa so. I didn't want me so nen so wo ye obey de wo ye minu aba. Ma me fa eyi kakra mbo. Wo fie ape anketwa de. No pension, udi boma, fire or mutum. As a sense, crazy, bound. Because oba bema pinche, one I am money be pinch, or be want to mean the best station in the capital. Or the bay, making so cry one Timmy shoe, also want to shrink. I met me, I could do it. One order from no three. Yeah, Media ma or no crown on a coma tonium. I dear met or cry my young toe, or the chairman. Wow, or the chairman. Or Jimmy number each and every time no frame no check I'm not saying that abashin to frame be when you
plus size ladies no from the beginning me a very fashionable it's me now say first so pama tare na say we a bigger hey chale so yeah the way by a thick me lady yeah pam markets for we ladies now ya styling na omu ba out na say omo ye photo shoot na. Mami end me life na. Abra me di lecture. Omo ba ye no. Say na omo ye in less than 8 months with us. Mami end the way na me fancho. Me say in less than 8 months with Plus and Proud. So see sister who friend or say, "Hi Miss Debbie, how may I help you?" Wow. Hey. Yeah, this is a lady that was not on course. School papa yo, but hey, so see, you brought for you late. So me who say if you guide people and you're crying, but that brings you a lot of enemies.
Yeah, that's true.
Because obi wo ho say na meka asem no. On pair number 2.
Perfect.
Obe catcher will say, Ebia, Miss Debbie. Say na oka asem way no. Me no. Onka. Obe catcher will say, Miss Debbie. The way I oka asem way dear. But all I want you to say is this. Oh, Miss Debbie. Minka wonkrofo muda. I never disgrace them among people. And sometimes me who say nkrofobia ya omo conscience and omo adwen and how mo kakra. But so who ekuo mu na say who look sweet. Ye ba meeting ni normal what dressing nice. This lady.
Oh wow.
You say oh wow. This lady joining ye no. Joining ye no minka bibincho na wa worry asebio enya asem ketwa.
Ni cool di nani.
Me say yes see uncle lose weight na on you nye fe no bon den.
Oh wow.
Oh say wow. Hey, sister, hey, God is my witness. Maybe I build people's confidence. God know, and it's a lot of unpaid work. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Now I feel. Miss Debbie, me kuno, and then Mrs. Cecilia Ojinahua. Obiena no kasa. She has become so refined. Less than a year with us. I'll show you another lady. Or no? Oba no. Ukasa on share trouser bia. On share. The one that hurts me, he said, me the sister wear picture.
That's right.
And then who picture na me the man lady, no name entia. Or your basti.
Nice, we need to.
Or your basti. And I him say you know how to put yourself
together, yeah.
Only what she does it, obesha tight top. Now I shake bojlo down.
Now I had to say, na see I can say.
And the lady we picture no one day be say, you know ABENA MOET. Or see, Martine, have you seen how she dresses? She go check in page out. The next time she come meeting, she wear shorts then crop top.
Hey,
yeah.
Oh my God!
Because almost share public.
Yeah.
At the point, me who say, "Oh no, you own your basti, or sister."
Who's on the dress?
Me say, "Oh basti, but not on him dressing." And to say, we the branch now, yeah, by 16 December, for instance, we want to educate thick people on style. Me pa mo acho akesifo bia nya tare bia na wo hye. Enya tare bia na wo hye nti esese ye educate yen ho. Wo ye oba akese na se ebia otu enhye danso. But who say na wo be hye atare no. Always wear skimpy pants. Wear the tight pants. Get your tops together.
Yeah, because it holds you together.
Yeah.
If your stomach is big, know what to wear. Yeah. That is not when you want to go and wear that bodycon dress. You know?
I had to say someone I said,
true, bino.
Sister, I didn't feel it.
Mention that.
I'm not going to mention biker shorts, any crop top. Oh, yeah, me.
Mention. Now, what fashion here?
The wash on.
I told her me now. But Miss the groom. Yeah, can't wait there, mommy. Feel like that. Yeah, can't body positivity in your day. Miss Debbie, unya sure say
Lagata.
Miss Debbie, now we be
okay.
Glass and powder. But don't you think, say it also sends a certain message? Because Obi Woha on joining group no. I shall Miss Debbie will be because onu cry or soon. Wajini the out to meet then see that.
Yeah.
And then what this reality TV show no Omuye America was about a hairdressing salon, but as almost so.
Yeah.
See you no 35. She looks times older than Miss Debbie. She died. And now Obi Kase, it is because of say Debbie Ayakache Mase, be proud. Be proud. But in the end, we are telling them this without telling them say Kese Sradia or Akuma.
Yes.
Oh yeah, kakraka.
That's what I was trying.
Ebia group no. Enjoying group enjoying. But yeah, don't you think that by doing this body positivity thing, Lagata, don't you think says like we are kind of deceiving these women? Because it's like as a sister and word you are sensitive. As person be offend you obia. Meanwhile, what was a baby? I can't get fast. Laga.
Miss Debbie, someone waka nyina o. Me feeling it too much because or can be baby. Na me nim say bia why kese na ot in the group na one kese for na but or say we invite doctors. Yankasa nipa su se nipa mpese obeti asema wonti.
Yeah.
Obi na free group nim. Denti wo boss afrel say ma me say boss be na obenya na mana afrel so wonum bon. Wo beta mon. Yes, nipa su. What I say, nipa su me nya e kwa me join ni bi esua more because me so me pe flat to me. Obi mama fa wentwem obi introduce me achi obi o so a big man it is a wa me srew o so ya no pa ya ye ginger so de obeye bia we fu be flat bia na papa ne fa nkwa abrochi
eh
na only flat na ya fa nkwa abrochi
what ya say na ampa so so okan enye because of papa no okan ya me ho ba me ho so what I say me ho ba me ho so me so ya no pa bia me pe ginger me hwe ginger chira kwan ba obi wo ho no ma emfa ne ho are nkwase asem we nti papa bia ode kwakoma me nti no I was say yetie so what I say yetie na emmo ekoma oba bia en na me che say oba bi wo ho no ma wo ye dan ya wunyini wo be kese in some way
metabolism be slower
nti wo so wankasa na Miss Debbie we no ye no me feel say saka yetie ni yie na onya boafo a aka ebi mpo a obetimi kwampo aye ono ankasa ne small eyi bi a
program bi abroche komo
program bi a
ya fama ye be train wa won say osobeti
lady ya ye hu ne pictures sie na all present ya ye be dwane akohwe ye be dwane akohwe mo
did you cry ra
abroso
label
no as I was saying don't you think that this like I was saying say obu a on join group no she and then Miss Debbie na bet na chire mu a like as I say onu say onu join say onu the why and say what group kese for don't you think say like all this body positivity nyama ye kanke it makes embani be jeans em udi asa lady yam okay I thought they be out to me who ni post plus and proud sister proud what you say this one there is nothing to be proud about because Miss Debbie as at the time I nim no you and I were older than her.
Yeah.
You
4 years ago said that.
And now I am just 30.
I remember.
So if I am older than her, now me sure baby a girl you do sisia. Maybe she was listening to you because una know the way she. It's if you are the plus and proud.
Honestly, nientia ojai mechidi no because me ka asem.
I will catch you so
Nsem kike Miss Debbie.
Mankase osundodo. Me catch you and say yenye advocacy in the right way. And advocacy in the right way has to do with hitting the gym as well. I'm sorry, but I work out. If I tell you as my friend that yenko gym abuna shaminka bibincho ima akesefo so bibi besi sesi ana yesi yenjane a we go die.
Oh, of course. You cry.
I know asema me kan na me ka say me Fred James ne nkofo amutie yen to come to our aid. I got one and then I was paying. Sponsorships ayade a me hia pa. Me hia sponsors and it doesn't need to be monetary.
Yeah.
A bit my special eyes for said be Virgin Siebrao program. Miss Debbie your gym, Mumbraha. Even if it's every Saturday, we can start. Lady way I can ask me. Me say yenye advocacy in the right direction. But that direction no when to me and tie. And na area same no. Sometimes people think say obi anim. Me your boss. Me to me your boss. Me say me ameti hey. Many international bodies be break kasa. Many omo kasa. I do yes. Asanya I'm nothing.
Yeah.
Just because I learn every day from them. Na se mu Ghana hana say me hu bibi. Na se me say let's hit the gym. Let's do this. Let's do that. And you think you have sense more than me. Undi mechi in soda. And yes say on peo but on wa we hu say direction and now many economy. Yen last pool party saying for be buy. I was shocked to see them. Omo buy no. Na omo ntimi mbay me.
Why?
Sebio as a is a prodigal child. How do you call them?
I feel no matter.
As a okobofo. Wakoboko na sikana bibia asa. Na waba. Me uba waba no enye se me njewo. But nienti a ukoye no.
And one
na won samba. Because if I tell you say me srewa this is your problem. Menya doctor mao. Menya we amao. Na doctor ni dietitians frel. Zebra. Now won't mean kotna ho. Oh, then you know they like me. If you die, then go say you die under my club. That is not what I want. I would rather have quality 10 than to have 10 billion people that are not quality and disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's some come on I made the bad time is fast spent. Miss them patroness ku beba.
Oh, friend me ameba.
Next week me person you train come about a my modu. What are the problems we face with men? In relationships.
Yeah.
In relationships. Bibisa girl can say you so on bibisa say u girl ya na bibisa say you get men that want you for real. Okache him say she's one can't when you use that word but that is the definition. What's here because say say or your fetish. I say one say some member almost some wild fantasy. You is a wild fantasy nti or na ya sending this cover cause you abasaba ko send me picture. Oh. Now say your man no picture. And then it's like most I can say for no. And then obi your word now who about so pa viral
yeah.
Because we don't even understand why. I say obi our next week Atwene de na ye pese e free baby. E go do baby. It's next week you better come about the problems big sized women are facing in relationships. I said bema bia before more. A rare so be who say when ye kwa kofa no sia kasebo. And then my pump for Lagara and Plus and Prosy or Miss Derby and Atia Donko take Camel Bakope La Belle and a little bit ye a bremo. Yakofa no sia kasebo. Ochina Ola Michael and a dimu beko fie. Me dase se unya bre na wotie me. Bra kwesi abwaje ne kan asem se me